Hello and welcome to part 4 of Melvin's little spring clean thing. I'm done with the rust, I promise. Today it's just little niceties like the number plate, because I have some new self-tappers and some covers. The old screws are absolutely knackered, and they barely come out anymore. They're really rusty, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I have got some self-tappers and I tried to put some in, but the covers that went over these old flathead screws are too shallow. They wouldn't fit over, and so I've just bought some new ones. Weirdly, it was cheaper to buy a bag of 128 of these than it was to just buy a kit for a single number plate, so hopefully they'll last me for the rest of my life. I took the covers off a little while ago. Well, I took the plates off a little while ago just to clean around them. And when I ordered these, I decided I couldn't be bothered putting the covers back on. I just screwed the plate back on so that it was at least road legal. Why the hell won't that screw come out? Oh, it is out. Silly me. No, that isn't out. This was the rotten one as well. The other one's okay. But this screw is absolutely knackered. That is so typical. I've had this plate on about 5 or 6, on and off about 5 or 6 times recently. And when I actually need it to come off for the last time, the bloody screw won't come off. It shows you just how rotten it really is. There you go. Hey. So there's my mad original dealer plate. It's not the cleanest. At the moment, it's full of bugs at the moment. I had cleaned Melvin after his little rust treatment, and I've polished him up and all that kind of stuff. But since he's been out a couple of times since then, just a little handful, everything's got a little bit dirty again. But yeah, that's the original dealer plate, so I want to keep that. I don't want to get new plates made up. But that, it's weird seeing a car with no plate on it, because it somehow looks like it's just so factory fresh. It just looks like it's unregistered. It makes a car look much newer for some reason. But yeah, and I am using for you as one of those mad, weird reversible screwdrivers you get with the BMW, because they're just easy. Because these new ones are Phillips head, because they're smart. I hate flathead screws for some reason. They're just stupid. But yes, I've got 2 new covers and a couple of new self-tappers. Thread that on there. Yep, that will close. Good. Right, now I've got to line up this plate. Again, as I've just cleaned, it's all clean underneath the plate. So, I'll go back on that. Hopefully, these won't put up a fight. And we'll just tap nicely into there and won't come back out. There we go. That looks so much better, although the new caps on the screws are much whiter than the plate is, because it's 29 years old. So yeah, that looks a heck of a lot better. But of course, it actually, if anything, it might maybe look slightly worse because of the white caps. But of course, the reason I was actually doing it in the first place wasn't for the caps. I already had caps, I just took them off. It was for the screws, because the old ones were really rusty, and I thought there's only so many times that they're going to come off again. I thought that while I'm here, I might as well show you a couple of other little bits that I bought, but I'm not going to put on. So first of all, something I bought quite a while ago, which is a upper timing cover, because my timing cover has a crack in it, it's filthy, and it's generally bad. So there's a new upper timing cover, but I haven't fitted it yet because there are a couple of bolts in the old one that are stuck, or ones that just turn freely and don't come out. So that's a job for someone else, because I can't be bothered and I don't have the skill set. But also because there are a couple of bolts missing from it as well. I have no idea who last took it off, but whoever it is a cowboy. I've got a couple of new bolts for them, one from Rimmers, which obviously cost me a fortune because Rimmers want a fortune for posting. And one's in a Land Rover bag, which is interesting. So that's timing cover. And the other thing I've bought is from the Prince of Darkness. This is a new old stock Lucas wiper stalk. I don't need a wiper stalk, but the reason I bought one is because, if I can just get this unwrapped, it's because this one has the fibre optics attached to it. In early Mark II Metros and Maestros and Montegos, the end of the indicator and wiper stalk lit up when you turn the lights on. And it did that through having a little bulb in the centre of the, I can't think of my words, in the middle of the steering column, cowling, there was a little bulb, and then there were fibre optics taking the light off to the end of the stalk, and so it would light up. So this is a wiper stalk, new old stock. Feels a heck of a lot nicer than the one in my car, but you know, yeah, one that has the fibre optics in it. So eventually, one day, if I can find an indicator stalk the same, and I can find a couple of other little bits I need to get it to work, you need to actually wire up the bulb holder as well, because they took out all the circuitry for this. So yeah, they're just a couple of other little bits I've got. Nothing massively interesting, but here's something a little bit more interesting. Well, I've just been cleaning this driver's side wheel arch. Yes, I need a new crank pulley, because that's got that chip taken out. I don't know how much that will affect the balance of the crank, but it'll get a new one when I take it for its MOT later in the year, because I'm not bothering trying to undo that nut, which will probably be done up to FT. So yeah, I'm going to leave that, but I have, because it was missing, a new arch liner which slots in somewhere like that, you know what I mean. So it is held in with these little scrivets. Let me just get one out. These little things, which obviously go into the holes. That's terrible camera work because of shadows. And then of course go into here. So I'll get that put in. I should have a tripod with me, but this video is really bitty. I just came out here just to clean this wheel arch up, and I thought, well, I've got the wheel off, I might as well put that on as well. So you aren't going to see me doing this, but oh well. So that's the liner actually in. It's just had to be threaded behind the brake lines and around this arch and all that kind of stuff. So it sits here, so there's screw there, and screw down there. There you go. And then that should be in. I don't think there are any more. Just those three. So yeah. I've never actually used these things before, but I took the screw out, popped it in, pushed it through, and then screwed that in, and so yeah, that's now connected on one side. The other bits just need doing now. There is a little gap there between the arch liner and splash guard, but yeah, that will hopefully stop all the crap getting to the crank pulley and to the alternator belt and to the side of the engine itself, which was filthy, as you can probably see by that there. That is absolutely filthy. Also, I do have a bolt missing from there, but all the threads are buggered out. I've actually got a new upper timing cover and a couple of new bolts as well, because of course I'm missing that one and a few others, but yeah, it's buggered, so that's a job for another time when I can be arsed, or a job for someone else, I don't know. So I have the three of them in, and apparently these are from, and well, I've been recommended these actually, these are from an MGF or a Rover 100, so not a Metro, because apparently the Metro ones aren't reusable, they just, they're just rivets apparently, at least I've heard, and they just go in, and then if you want to take them out you've got to get new ones. So these ones are therefore reusable, but you can, there is a really hefty amount of wobble in this, and they won't go in anymore. I'm sure you can see that. They won't go in anymore, any tighter. So I'm just going to go and check around the other side. I've still got the wheel on this side, but you see this one doesn't really move, but also it seems to be above the arch liner, so I can't be arsed taking this back out. But although they had screws on them as well, I don't know. Does this even fit above the thing? No, because it's too. No, that won't fit over there because it's too small. Is this from a different car? Is it from a Rover 100 and Rover 100 has slightly different parts? I don't know, but at least that's not coming off. You know, it's wobbly, but it's not coming off, and it does the job. I'm going to go for a test drive, see if it's just around the block. I'm sure that's allowed, just to see if it's too wobbly. But hopefully not, and hopefully that'll actually do the job. Of course, rusty brake discs I've just been cleaning. Well, it seems as though this video might be a little bit shorter than my other ones, because I think that's it. I've done a couple of little bits. I've cleaned up in the wheel arches. Melvin is now very clean and very polished, and not perfect, but as perfect as he's going to get at the moment. I've also rotated the tyres, and just done a couple of other little things that aren't really very interesting and aren't very video friendly. So nobody wants to watch me go around the car and change all the tyres around, because you know, nobody cares. So there you go. So this is the end of Melvin's little spring cleany thing, and hopefully we'll get back to normal soon, and I can go out and video more cars and stuff. There are a few that I am going to do, such as that one, because people seem to request it. I put a picture of that car on my Instagram a little while ago, and people seem to want to see it, so there'll be a proper video on this Corsa C coming. But for now, there is Melvin. I also have lots of Melvin bump as well, advertising bump, product insights and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see that kind of stuff as well, put a comment down there, and if so, I'll do it. If not, I might not, because it's all just stuff about the same car. But I'm rambling on now, so thank you for watching. Please keep liking, keep subscribing, and I'll see you in another video soon.